Good evening, Crimson Tide Nation, and welcome to the 57th edition of Alabama Crimson Tide Live from yours truly, Jackson Johnson and Jeffrey from Only Talk Sports. And Coach Smith will be with us shortly as he is held up in traffic, as we will all be going over the final takeaways from Alabama Vanderbilt, an awesome victory where we won 30-14, recruiting updates, where we're ranked in the top 25 rankings, especially in the top 25 that actually makes sense, of course, and the AP poll coaches poll, and what Kellen DeBoer had to say in today's press conference. And let me tell you something, folks, you're going to be in for a wild ride. How you doing today, good buddy?
Doing good, Jackson. Still excited about that big win we had, and I will re-preface that it was a big win for people that don't want to, treat Vanderbilt with a little bit more respect than that, or give us any credit for getting a big win. So definitely very excited about that performance, and yeah, we got another big one. I mean, it just keeps on rolling, man. Like, you have Georgia, you got Vandy, now you got App Missouri. A lot of tough games, tough stretch here. The SEC is always tough. There's a lot of good teams. No one's really separating themselves right now. Maybe we could say Alabama would be if we didn't have that Florida State loss, but there's a lot of teams bunched around each other in the rankings. Ole Miss, A&M, Oklahoma. We're going to learn a lot about these teams the rest of the way, but Alabama's right in the thick of things. That's always where you want to be at the very least. And yeah, I'm very excited about this upcoming game this week. It's a big game, and still definitely excited about that win we had over Vanderbilt. Positive steps were made in that game for sure.
Oh, agreed. But before we go over the final takeaways on that game, I'll go a fastest 1 minute on the Alabama merch store for Alabama at the Voice of College Football. I'm no Chris Berman, but that's okay because we've got the trucker hat, the dad hat, the t-shirt, sweatshirt, heavyweight t-shirt, polo shirt, game day mug, tumbler cup, and can cooler. All right here on Alabama at the Voice of College Football. Zachary will just thank you for tuning in to today's edition of Alabama at the Voice of College Football for Crimson Tide Live, as we've got some magic coming your way for all of you. All right here, especially this wonderful merch. All right here. Well, we've got some final thoughts on Alabama Vandy, and honestly, it was awesome. It was a much needed victory. And, we've got a tough slate ahead of us. Going to Missouri, which we'll be going over more on Missouri tomorrow on Primetime Live, of course. Honestly, we needed this. We needed this. I mean, we shut out Vandy in the second half. That was pretty cool right there. And final thoughts on this game, good buddy?
I think it was really important for us to play as solid as we did against a non-blue blood, or elite program or anything like that. Because under Kalen DeBoer, it's still a small sample size. Again, it is a small sample size. A lot of people, wanting to, as you say, throw the baby out with the bathwater on Kalen DeBoer, but it is a small sample size. He has not been the head coach for that long. But in the small sample size of games that we do have, outside of blowing out LSU, who really wasn't that good, but still just an incredible win last year, and beating Georgia last year, we really weren't that good. We just weren't, flat out, all season, right? Well, you come into this season, you have that Florida State loss, things are snowballing. Then we beat Georgia again, which everyone said we weren't going to do. I believe that we could. I was skeptical, but I thought we would play hard and we got it done. But then the bigger test was after that game. Could we continue to play well against a non-power in Vanderbilt? Despite it being as improved as they are, they're not a traditional great team. Not supposed to be all that good. Still a massive talent gap between Bama and Vanderbilt. We should easily win. But if last year taught us anything, this game was not a given. We could lose. Well, we did not, and we played very well. So that obviously has got Alabama fans feeling a whole lot better because it showcases that not only could Alabama play well against an elite team or a team that we normally would play well against because it's a big rivalry game like LSU or a big team in Georgia, you always want to knock them off. Plus, we have that confidence of beating Georgia because we've dominated them for so long. But now we also followed it up with a top 25 win against Vanderbilt to showcase that, yeah, things are trending in the right direction. The Georgia game, it was not a fluke, or we just didn't have so much more effort in that game, and it just fell off in this game. The effort in this game was good. Early on, there was a couple mistakes, but the key, like you said, Jackson, earlier, no points in the second half for Vanderbilt. We shut them out in the second half. Pavia was not himself. He looked human. Definitely hurt his Heisman odds. And Alabama was good on both sides of the ball. I mean, outside of Ty Simpson's pick, you really can't ask for much better from the offense. We ran the ball well. We threw the ball well. And the defense was stellar. So, overall, especially second half, I mean, you can't get any better than that. So I think it was a very important game in a lot of facets, just not in the fact that we won a game, not in the fact that, hey, Vanderbilt was top 25, but it just showcased that, hey, Alabama football can follow up a big win over Georgia with another win against a team that maybe Alabama wouldn't play as hard against. We played hard, and I hope that continues next week and beyond, because if that does, this game is a big stepping stone in that direction for hopefully consistency with this team, with these players that can maybe make us a playoff team. Maybe.
Oh man. Yeah, because the running game once again has massively improved. I mean, everybody keeps asking, is the running game going to keep going? Is it going to improve? Is it going to improve? Well, we've massively improved. Yeah, because you mentioned that interception that Ty Simpson threw. He should have handed it off to Jam Miller on 4th and 1, but he learned from that mistake. Because that's something I've noticed quite a lot, is a lot of progression from Ty Simpson. And it's funny, I was watching a little bit of Nets Round Live today where Joel Klatt was on there. He was sitting there saying, oh, if Ty Simpson's last name was Manning, he'd be winning the Heisman already. It's like, well,
you could say that about any quarterback, though, honestly, in the top of the race. Dante Moore currently is the favorite, I think. But if his last name was Manning, oh, yeah. I mean, he'd be so far ahead away to winning the Heisman in the odds. It'd be unreal. If Mendoza was Manning, if Simpson was Manning, Jeremiah Smith. I mean, it doesn't matter who it is. I mean, Arch Manning has been a big disappointment, but it's only a disappointment because he's Manning and he was hyped up so much. It's not fair to that guy.
No.
I mean, Todd Simpson had a lot of people believing that he could be good because he was a highly rated guy, but there were also a lot of skeptics and doubters because, hey, the few times he came in, he didn't look all that good. So there was pressure on Todd Simpson to be good because, yeah, he's a starting quarterback at Alabama this season. He's got to be good, or, oh my gosh, the sky's falling, whatever. But at the same time, Todd Simpson wasn't expected to be unbelievably good. So him outperforming expectations to this point has been really good. It's better to be in Todd Simpson's predicament where, hey, maybe things just don't work out and you get benched. But, hey, if you do good, hey, Todd Simpson, he's defied odds. People are like, wow, he's in the Heisman conversation. He's been incredible so far and a pleasant surprise. It's better to be in that situation than Arch Manning where everyone thinks you're going to be the best and elite and all that because of your name, 5-star and all that kind of stuff to, hey, you're playing like crap. And, you don't want that. It sucks. It sucks to be Arch Manning. It doesn't suck to be Arch Manning because he's got a lot of NIL and things are great, great family pedigree, all that stuff. But when it comes to the expectations that were set to his performance and the amount of trash talk that's going his way from fans, you don't want to be Arch Manning. So.
No, you don't. No doubt. And, I've looked at Simpson's numbers from Saturday where he had 23 of 31 completed passes, 340 passing yards, and 2 touchdowns. Incredible stats right there.
Like, some people just gloss over that. Like, that's really good. I mean, that's really good for a guy that I don't even think either me or you thought was going to be playing this well. I thought Ty Simpson would have more Florida State-like performances possibly after the game. And maybe he still will, but since that Florida State game, as you've mentioned, Jackson, multiple times over, the progression and the improvement of Ty Simpson from that game has been stellar. He does not even look like the same player. He's improved in a lot of areas, decision-making, getting the ball out of his hand quicker, not being indecisive, like he's improved in all those areas, and those are all key areas for strong quarterback play. So, I mean, again, if he keeps it up, I mean, Ty Simpson's going to be in the Heisman conversation at the end of the year, especially if Alabama does finish strong and has a good record. I mean, he's playing great. I'm very, very, very happy with Ty Simpson. I was not expecting him to be this good so far.
Oh,
Again,
man.
it's so far. There's a lot of season left, but he's been really good.
Oh, man. Plenty of football left remaining for the Crimson Tide. And, the stats of Miller, 22 carries, 136 rushing yards, and 1 touchdown. Especially the last touchdown while we were live on air for the post-game show.
Oh, that was sweet. And again, Jam Miller is our best running back. He is our best running back. I would even go as far as to say by far, because it's nothing against Richard Young and Daniel Hill. They're talented guys. I still think that their time in the sun is in the future. I think that they'll have success. If not, we'll find somebody else to do it. But, I mean, Richard Young and Daniel Hill are not putting up crazy stats. I understand that Alabama has struggled a bit, with O-line play last few years, all that kind of stuff. But the O-line's not that bad. They've actually been better this season. And it's just we were not running the ball well. You see Jam Miller's in there, and the running game is vastly improved. And Vanderbilt's defensive line was supposed to be solid. And Jam Miller ran all over the place. That was closer to a vintage Alabama running back performance in a game than we've seen in a while. It was a very pleasant surprise to see that, and it was a big reason we put him away. We kept the ball out of Pavia's hand. That's how you win games, is by keeping the ball out of the other team's hands. You want to go on those drives. You want to go, on a 15-play, 9-minute drive and a touchdown. And Alabama, at the end of the game, just play keep away from Vanderbilt. That's not what we've been doing under DeBoer. It was really nice to see that. And Jam Miller was the spearhead of that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, we got more energy now. Like, it's just rolling. We're just rolling. Well, before we get to our next topic, what bets are you looking to make? What predictions? Like, who do we go to? I think I know a guy. You know a guy, Jeffrey?
Oh, I know a guy.
Yeah.
Do you know a guy?
Yeah.
You know that guy.
He's a doppelganger of Mark Rogers. Let's hear what he has to say.
College football is even more exciting when you've got some action on the line, and the games are even better when you're cashing in. And the Voice of College Football is the place to be to get the greatest value. Start with my picks. 75% against the money line, 58% against the spread, and I've got a 40-plus year track record. 11-0 in the college football playoff for me last year against the money line, 8-3 against the spread. And I'm just the warm-up act. Steve Merrill of Wager Talk is our ace in the hole, show stopper. 7 years with the Voice of College Football, over 30 years in the industry. Steve gives us analysis on all the big games, but you can't miss Steve's weekly under-the-radar pick. 28-12 against the spread the last 3 years. You also get picks from some of our top analysts here at the Voice of College Football, including Corey Bratta, Matt Zemek, and Steve Dace. Check out those numbers. Become a YouTube or Patreon member for just $99 per month. Go to the main channel on YouTube, click Join, and then select the betting tier. Do the same thing on Patreon. Make 2025 a winner now.
When you made 2025 a winner, it's because you're picking games from what Mark Rogers has to say, Steve Dace, Corey Bratta, Matt Zemek, and Steve Merrill, where he gives out that under-the-radar pick of the week. Speaking of, we're now 8th in the APN coaches poll, and if you saw Mark Rogers' video of the top 25 that actually makes sense from yesterday afternoon, you'll know that we are now 10th in the nation. But I thought to myself, surely we should be higher ranked. I mean, I'm not happy that we're not ranked higher than 8th, but I'm like, you know what? We've got plenty of season to go. We just got to win the rest of our games. We're good.
Yeah, I'm not that concerned with the rankings at all because, for one, the CFP rankings are what matter. They're not out yet. So I we'll see where Alabama's at, when that comes out. Barring, hopefully, we don't lose, between now and then. But that's the rankings that matter. It kind of sucks that that's the case because sometimes the CFP rankings they don't go in your favor. I think when Alabama's case though, they usually do. I know a lot of people claim that they don't like Alabama, and they might not like Alabama, but Alabama does two things: they draw in money, they draw in ratings. It's a big brand, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, they would have let Alabama in if they didn't have 3 losses, and especially that garbage loss to Oklahoma. But again, we already know all that. Point is, with these rankings, they don't matter at all whatsoever. Mark has us 10th right now because he does his top 25 completely different from the AP and from the coaches, where it's about your results. I think that the Florida State loss, I'm not saying it's starting to age poorly, because it's not like Florida State's awful like prior. Florida State last year, like they were awful last year. I mean, they're not terrible, but having the Virginia loss, now the Miami loss, they're 3-2 now. That kind of drags them down a bit. Plus Georgia, to be completely fair, has not looked great. And then you throw in Vandy. It's not a bad resume, but Mark, he has his reasons for his top 25 that actually makes sense. Like I said, that are completely different from the other rankings. So if you want his explanation, definitely go check out his video on that. He does a fantastic job with it. But as time goes on, though, if we keep winning, like we beat Missouri this week and we keep winning, then Mark will move us up to the top 25. That actually makes sense. I mean, we were unranked after the Florida State game in his top 25 rankings, and now we're 10th. So we've moved up big time in his rankings. But with the AP and the coaches, though, it's just one of those deals where you've got so many teams ahead that are still undefeated. You know what I'm saying? Like you've got Oregon and Ohio State and Miami and Ole Miss and A&M and Oklahoma and Indiana. What do all those teams have in common that Alabama does not have right now? They're undefeated. They have no losses. Alabama has a loss. That's why we're not ranked higher. By attrition, look what's going to happen next week. You've got Oregon and you've got Indiana. Someone's going to lose that game. So whoever loses that game, Alabama's going to pass them if they beat Missouri. Yep. Ohio State plays at Illinois. If they somehow lost that game, doubt it. But if they somehow lost that game, they fall down. Teams lose. So you've already seen Penn State and Texas fall from 1-2 to gone. You know what I mean? Like they're history. So essentially, Alabama is in a fine place right now. Considering that we were talking about Alabama almost falling out of the top 25 to now we're back in the top 10, that's pretty darn good. And we're basically still like halfway into the season, or barely half, or right around half. Alabama's, to me, these rankings are fine. We're in great shape right now. As long as we keep winning, we'll keep moving up the rankings because other teams are going to lose.
Well, and I was just looking at the top 25 that actually makes sense for Mark Rogers, just like double checking it. And he's got Missouri at 6th. And the AP poll has Missouri at 14th, and so is the coaches poll.
Mm-hmm. See, the reason why he's got Missouri so high is because of the fact that Missouri has pretty much dominated everybody they've played. I wouldn't say they completely have. I mean, South Carolina and Kansas, they're two, big wins. They're not big wins, but, they're two relevant enough wins. They pretty much handled business. Again, Mark has his explanations and reasons for why teams are ranked where they're at. And like I said, definitely you want to go check Mark's video out if you want a better explanation. Because I can't speak for him. I'm just saying, like, having Missouri 6, that's obviously high than the AP and the coaches. But he does his rankings differently, which the way he does is very fair. It all works itself out. Like, Missouri loses 50-0 to Alabama, then yeah, they're not going to be 6th anymore next week in his top 25. It actually makes sense. But if they play a competitive game and win or lose, he's probably not going to fall that far. Alabama's loss against Florida State's why he's got us at 10. That's why. We'll move up if we beat Missouri and keep winning. But yeah, it's just interesting though, because I don't think Missouri necessarily is a great team. I think they have good players. I think Drinkwitz has done a great job there. But you look at who they've played, Kansas and South Carolina. It's not great, especially because South Carolina has fallen apart, and Kansas, they're okay. Kansas is okay this year, definitely not playing great, but I picked Kansas against Missouri. It's like, hey, I'll pick Kansas. Kansas lost. I mean, Kansas is not a great team this year, so Missouri. Well, it's going to be a big test for both teams. For Alabama going on the road again in a tough environment. Missouri's got a good environment, especially against good teams, and we'll see what Missouri's made of because up to this point, Alabama's a big step up in competition for them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know Missouri's going to be stomping and ready to rock and roll against us, but we'll be ready for Missouri. That's for sure. Oh, man. All righty. So we've got recruiting updates. We've got some wins. We got big wins. Got an offensive lineman named Jared Doty from Banneker High School, Atlanta, Georgia, offensive tackle. And he committed to us over Auburn. Let's go ahead.
That's always a win.
Oh, yeah. Another offensive tackle. We're getting them. We're just ready. We're ready to roll. And we're just waiting for this stupid ad to get out. We're just gonna show a little bit
ads.
Yeah,
multiple ads.
Yeah, they've been nice today. Well, we're not nice to the ads. There we go. This is what we've got. There we go. Oh, he's knocking them down. It's like, nope, sorry. This is my house now. There we go. Oh, man.
He looks pretty good. He looks like a dominant force.
Ooh. Oh, he just knocks him down. He's like, sorry, not my house. There he is. He's watching. Oh! Watch again. Oh, he just shoves him down. Oh, here we go. Watching again. Oh, man.
Gotta love the effort downfield. Like, he's continuing to push. Like, you want to see offensive linemen do that. You don't want him to, like, disengage once they've, like, pushed him way back. You want him to continue to push back. He looks like he's got a pretty good motor.
Oh, man. Well, watch this play again, ladies and gentlemen. Pow! Ooh. He's having some training day today. Boom. There he is. He's watching. Ooh, yeah, he just pushed him. There he is again. He's watching. Like, nope, get out here. Get out here. There's Doty again. Boom.
Yeah, I like this film, man. He looks really solid, honestly.
He is. He most.
How highly was he ranked again?
He's a 3-star, close to a 4-star.
He looks better than a 3-star. I mean, that's why he had a good offers list. Sometimes 3 stars, they're still good players, and he'll probably shoot up in the rankings. I know a lot of people accuse with Bama, like, oh, they get a player and he's going to shoot up the rankings. That might be true, but this guy looks better than his ranking. Sometimes you just tell, like, he's dominating everybody. I don't know what level he's playing at, if he's playing, great high school teams or not, but he looks physically imposing on that offensive line. Got a good motor. Definitely, again, an impressive offers list. I even saw Ohio State on there. So, like, he's good.
Yeah, he's not going to the Buckeyes. No, not today, Auburn. But we got another guy for 2027. Nash Johnson III, Powder Springs, Georgia.
Another 3-star.
McCurran High School.
Beat out Auburn again. We just always beating Auburn, man.
Oh man, Florida's not getting some, and they're not going to. As soon as we get done watching that stupid T-Mobile ad.
They just beat Texas. That's all. They just beat Texas.
Oh yeah, but that's only because Billy Napier's about to get fired. That's why they win.
Yeah, Florida's a top 10 team when Billy Napier's about to get fired.
Oh, there we go. Nice interception by Nash Johnson.
Good instincts.
We call him the Royal Third. Nash Johnson the Third. Here we go. He's watching. He's watching
Look
his
at that
man.
camera angle.
Oh, camera's scared of him. There's no reason to be afraid. There's no reason to be afraid of him. Go get him. Go get him.
Cameraman's probably a fan of the other team.
Oh, here we go. He's watching his man. He's watching for a signal. There he is. Oh, there we go.
Good coverage.
Nice.
It's not always about getting the picks. It's about pass breakups, making tackles if you do give up a catch. Like you want to be a sound tackler. Yeah, Steven, that was completely unplanned. That was crazy. I'm not old, but I'm too tired for all that. That was crazy. But Nash Johnson III is not too tired. He's running around the field making great plays. So definitely a good pickup for Alabama. But appreciate that, Steve.
Ooh, here we go. There we go. There we go. Putting a ton of pressure on QB. It's like fish in a barrel.
Yeah, you also love when corners, like secondary players, can get in the backfield too on corner blitzes. Sometimes corners aren't really capable of that if they have a smaller frame, but if they're on the bigger side, then they can make hits in the backfield. On run plays, they can get to the quarterback for sacks. So you always want highly versatile players. Like, yeah, you're sticking to a position typically, but the more that you can do on the football field, the better.
Oh, man. Here we go. There we go. Oh, there we go.
So who are you more impressed with?
I like our offensive tackle for 2026. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, I probably have to agree with that. Nothing against Nash.
Yeah,
it looks good, but I think the offensive tackle is very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, Jared Dowdy, I like him. I mean, he's our guy.
Where are we at in the rankings right now?
Well, right now for 2027, we're ranked 9th according to 247 Sports.
It's not bad. It's early.
And for 2026, we're ranked 3rd in the 2026 class according to 247 Sports. But let's look at where On3 has us. But I'll go ahead and pull up the rankings. Here we go. No, get out of here. Get out of here, 247. There we go. This where 247 has us at 3.
It's very impressive considering we have less commits than Georgia and USC by far. Like they got like 30 plus players. We got 22, so that's good.
Well, it's decommitment season, so I think we can get a few of those guys to come over to Tuscaloosa. That's the funny part.
Sacramento State. I was like, what? Well, I was like, wait a minute. Sacramento State at 5. That's not gonna hold. That is not gonna hold.
Yeah, if there's anybody drinking, that's enough for people to stop drinking. They're like, oh, okay, I'm pouring this stuff out. So, oh man,
Nebraska's got a 5-star.
Oh yeah. I don't think that's gonna be for long, but we'll wait and see. So here's where On3's got us for 2026.
7.
Yup. The old Siete. Yeah, 7-win start's not going to be ahead of us very long. And we're 4th in the 2027 class.
That's weird that we're higher in 2027 and on 3 than 247, but vice versa, 2026. That's crazy.
Oh, it's too funny right there.
Makes no sense. I mean, they're all different. All the recruiting rankings, they rank players differently, so it's really hard to actually gauge. I mean, if you've got a top 10 to 12 class, you've got a good class. You know, I mean, it's but they're all going to say something different.
Oh, agreed. Well, one guy I'm looking at for 2026, well, for 2026 is Kamari Bing. Safety for 2026 has just decided he's decommitting from Maryland.
That's a tough break for the Terps.
Well, tough break for them because I think he wants to play for winners. And we got what's up? Hello, everyone from Godfather the SEC. How are you doing today, good buddy? Thank you for tuning in to today's edition of Crimson Tide Live, all right here on Alabama, the voice of college football. And we appreciate everybody for tuning in to this 57th edition of Alabama Crimson Tide Live on Alabama, the voice of college football. As we've got our take on Kamari Bing. Could he go to Alabama? It's a possibility. Let's see if he can. I bet he's got some great. Oh man, it's like he's. Like I want to see what he can do. I want to see what he can do. I think he can do some fantastic magic for us. Alabama and Ohio State, Auburn are on the cool list. I just don't give Boston College. I mean, like the Bill O'Brien factor, maybe, but that should be the only reason why you're even considering Boston College.
Yeah, Boston College is playing garbage football. I don't know if anybody saw that Pitt game, but
like, oh god,
I don't really think we should, put a lot of stock in that.
No, it's like it's disastrous.
Castellanos left BC; it kind of ended them.
Oh man, here we go. We've got some film. Here we go.
Indoors.
Oh yeah.
Remember the Indoors song on SpongeBob?
Yep.
Take it away, Penny. That Penny is such a beautiful voice.
Oh man, he got that Pitt sits.
That's nice. Like I said, tough break for Maryland.
Oh yeah. Oh well. I mean, he wants to play for a winner.
Maryland was winning until this week. Washington came back and knocked them off.
And that was the funny thing too. Maryland was one of the 3 teams that hadn't trailed going into the 2025 season, but they blew that 20-0 lead. He's just like, yeah, okay, I've seen enough. I'm not going to that crap hole.
It's almost like he decommitted because they lost.
Oh yeah, it's like I don't want to play for a team that's blowing 20-point leads. It's like no, it's like you got an easy
4-star player.
Oh, it says he's 3-star.
Man, there's a lot of high quality 3-stars. I mean, the guys we're looking at look like they're better than that.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. There's no doubt about that. Oh, there we go. He's just making magic. Let's see some fumble recoveries he's going to make. Here we go. It's like they're just keeping us in suspense. Like, come on, don't keep us in too much suspense. Oh, there you go. Cameraman's scared of him. Like, well, partner, what are you afraid of, cameraman? Come on. There we go. Let's see his tackle. There he is. He's watching. He's going to watch his man. Oh, there we go.
I ain't gonna lie, Jackson. That mouse you got on there is pretty helpful because it's really hard to tell where he is on the field.
There you go.
And like that is such a bad camera angle.
Oh yeah.
Wait for it.
Here we go. Here we go.
Man, it's like shaking.
Got him. There we go. Oh, there we go.
It's a good play. I agree, Godfather. It's not a compliment at all.
Oh, here we go. Oh, he got him. He got his man. Ha. There we go. Oh, another one-on-one tackle. There we go. He's watched his man.
Would you rather play in a dome, Jackson, or would you rather play outdoors if you're on a football team?
Personally, I wouldn't care, but I like the dome.
Yeah, get that air conditioning.
Yeah.
It's pretty good highlights for former Maryland commit. Looks like be a good player for us to target. We'll see.
Oh, no doubt. Oh, no doubt. And there's more good news. Jet Tamala has closed up his recruitment as of Sunday. Xavier Crowell has closed up his recruitment this weekend. He's like, nope, I'm happy right where I'm at. Sadarian Morgan has closed up his recruitment. And it's just amazing where we're going for 2026 and 2027. I love where, like, the foundation we're setting for Alabama. I love where this is heading.
I agree. I mean, all I know is that people talk about Kalen DeBoer and our performance on the field, which hopefully looks to be improving. But some of the players that we're bringing in, the recruiting class that we've got coming in for next year, if DeBoer continues to have success this season, it's looking good for Beyond. That's all I know. It's looking really good for Beyond next season.
Oh, agreed. All righty, and we've got Kalen DeBoer's press conference from today. And he talked a lot about, our team, of course, like he should. Like, I mean, he's been doing all right. And like we said on Saturday, I think here we go.
I need you, Jackson.
I'll make sure to go hang with you after I get done, good buddy. I promise you that. Don't you worry. Oh man.
That's awesome.
We appreciate Locked On West Virginia for tuning in. He's got some magic, along with West Virginia at the voice of college football. I mean, it's like
absolutely.
I mean, it's like watching Phineas and Ferb Star Wars. Like, I mean, it's like that an incredible crossover right there. Oh man, and I just gotta say, like, DeBoer was bringing up, a lot about, our stretch against ranked teams, where he says, quote, I think there's always been times where you look at a month and you're like, back at whatever month in spring, schedule comes out and you're like, okay, that's going to be a grind, but you don't even look at it that way. You look at one game, you focus on that one game. And that's what we did against Georgia. That's what we did against Vanderbilt. And that's what we got to do against Missouri. Focus only on that game. When you do it, all of a sudden you find yourself going through the month and you're like, okay, we've got better, and okay, we've got to win. And again, you just focus on the process, focus on what it has to look like as we refine everything we're doing, just competing at the highest level, where you just focus on those things you can control, the schedule, you work through it one by one, and you end up usually if you got the talent and you've got the people, you catch a break here and there, you end up on the right side of it. And he talked a little bit about the red zone execution where he says, quote, it's different things, right? We talk about time, the attention always goes to the quarterback. He even acknowledged he knows there's things he can do better there. To me, it's execution as a whole. It's understanding the situation you're in. What's going to hurt us is going to be negative plays. Being behind the chains is emphasized even more as you move closer to the red zone. It's going to hurt you out in the middle of the field when you're behind the chains, but as that space continues to shrink, the defense is going to throw some more things at you because they're a little more desperate to have their way of going about things. You've got to execute. You've got to adjust. As you move the ball into that area, we've got caught behind the change. We've ended up with some plays that weren't executed, didn't get the yards. We needed to put ourselves in good, favorable downs and distance. And he talked a little bit as to why Jaden Roberts didn't play. And here is his answer where he says, I mean, it's competitive right now at those positions more than just his. Gus are competing in practice. That's, to me, a big part of what you've got to do. The comeback for him has been progressing. That's probably why you feel the vibe from Coach Grubb. And the words he said, you got to just keep doing it. That's what we ask of every guy. Some of these guys have gotten chances to get on the football field, taking advantage of it. That's made it harder for others who maybe have had roles that were assumed, but it's competitive. Jaden, love Jaden. What a great, great kid. Got a lot of potential, and he's going to keep working. Here's what he had to say about Connor Talty. Disappointing that first kick. Really, you think about putting yourself in his shoes. You missed that first one. I think the next one was a tie game and a pretty important kick when he had to go back out there. For him to respond, eliminate any thought that might be in your head and move forward, then make another one, make the three that were important with the score being at what it was, even the one with the angle. You could overthink that too at the end of the game to make it a 9-point game. That's an important kick at an important time. It's not just him too. It's everyone working in unison with the snap and the hold. Just thought he responded well. There's nothing you can do when you miss that one. Yeah, you want those points. I just thought his response was really good. That was another thing that I keep thinking about right there was the kicking game. We definitely need to get better about it, but we were better on Saturday than we were last week against Georgia. But we need to really look. Oh, it made Jeffrey face freeze for a moment. Oh, man. Or there you go. Or at least it didn't try to. But, oh, man. But I will say he did mention a lot about the progression of Ty Simpson. And, you know, we've noted that here on Alabama, the voice of college football. It's been massively impressive. It's been, oh, man. The doubters are now polling for him, which, I mean, I will say, I'm glad to see that they're not doubting Simpson. They're now on that bandwagon, but it's like, oh, now you love him. You didn't love him in week one. Okay. But what do you think about the press conference that happened today, Jeff?
Well, I mean, some of the takeaways that you went through, I mean, getting your team ready to play. Every coach says it. Treat this game as important as the next. The next game is the most important. Got to go 1-0. Whatever, you know, thing that you'll say. Even James Franklin's like, we got to go 1-0 this week against Northwestern, and he got completely flamed in the comments. Completely expected. Like, why didn't you do that last week? Well, the thing is that as a coach, you're supposed to say that. You're supposed, in some variation, way, shape, or form, tell your team every game matters. Go 1-0. Treat every game the same. You know, play just as hard against no matter who the opponent is. Any coach can say that, but it's about getting your team to actually believe it, and the team actually going out there and doing it is what matters. And I do think DeBoer hopefully is heading in the right direction in that department on getting Alabama's players, and hopefully the players are responding in that direction where we will do that. We had the Georgia game and the Vandy game back-to-back. Very encouraging. We'll see against Missouri and beyond, but it was very encouraging to see that. On Jaden Roberts, I mean, the thing is, no position is earned, you know, or given, rather. You know, no position is given. They have to be earned. You don't just earn it by, oh, you were a 5-star guy or you were a highly rated guy. So here's your job. You're starting no matter how crappy you play. That's not how that works.
No.
They're not given. You have to earn them. And you earn them by practice and effort and hustle and in the classroom and being a good teammate and playing hard and doing all those sorts of things. And if, Jaden Roberts isn't doing that, then he doesn't need to be out there on the field. Again, I can't speak for him, but, I trust that DeBoer knows what he's doing. And, we've got players playing really hard right now on defense. Jaden Roberts, he'll get his time. If he's not playing right now, there's a reason. So, I mean, that's my take on that. You're not just, okay, you're the starter. Like I said, you have to continue to earn it every week. You have to continue to play hard every week and do all the things on and off the field to keep your job. If you don't do that, you don't play. And then on Connor Talty, I mean, I agree. Massive that he did respond because, I mean, you remember the Georgia game. That was a really bad shank in that game. Missed a field goal against Vanderbilt. Not good there. We like Reichard. Reichard was a good kicker. Very reliable kicker overall. We've not consistently been good in the kicking game. We know that throughout the Saban years. We had a lot of bad kickers, but Riker was a change of pace. He was very solid. He's gone now. So Talty so far been kind of up and down, but again, nice that he did respond against Vanderbilt, made some good kicks. And hopefully when we need him, maybe later on in the year, maybe we're down 3 and we need a field goal to tie a game or maybe a field goal to win. You don't want to be like Tennessee and miss a big field goal against Georgia and you lose. That you don't want to lose because of that. So hopefully Talty continues to improve in that department on his accuracy and consistency with that. And when we need him in a big game later in the year, he can deliver. He's been a little shaky so far, but did play better toward the end of the Vanderbilt game.
Oh man, that's for sure, man. That is for sure. But we've got more magic coming your way on Alabama with the Voice College Football. Locked on West Virginia say Jackson's World of College Football. I appreciate it, man. It's like that's been a quite a trend on Locked on West Virginia. And by the way, congrats to getting 6,000 subs, Mountaineer Paul. And Golfire. Awesome. There we go. And Golfire AC is asking, is Alabama at the Voice College Football on Threads? We've got an Instagram account, but I don't think we're not on Threads yet. No. But we'll get there. We will get there. We've got an X, we've got a TikTok, we've got an Instagram. I'll see to it we get Threads for you, good buddy. Promise you that. Well, Jeffrey, what have you got going on in your world, good buddy?
Oh, definitely going to be going live, hopefully tonight with Will and D, going over our predictions for week 7 of college football. I cannot believe we're already at week 7. So that'll be really, really exciting. A lot of big games. I'm excited to talk about all the big games this week, including Indiana, Oregon, Alabama, Missouri, and more. Tons of big games. So definitely Ohio State, Illinois. It's going to be great. Always a blast with Will and D. And definitely be doing my NFL predictions again this week. Have not gone well this week. Not gone well. The games have been AWOL in the NFL this week. It's hard to predict. I mean, the Bills lost. The Eagles lost. I mean, Panthers won. I mean, it's crazy. So definitely, despite having a bad week on picks, I still have a good record overall this season, over 60-something%. So definitely want to check that out. I appreciate it. Also, you'll see me here on Thursday night with Jackson talking Alabama football with you on the call-in show, getting your thoughts, and be back for the post game on Saturday, hopefully. So it'll be a ton of fun there. Definitely, we're getting closer to 3,000 subs at Alabama, the Voice of College Football. Appreciate all your guys' support, and definitely can't wait to keep talking about the Crimson Tide with all of you. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, roll. And, of course, you can check me out on Jackson Johnson 979, where I've got my show, The Jacksonian, on there. And I've got Pits Analysis and Final Whistle with Sports Talk with Austin. I'm just staying busy all over the place. And you'll likely see me on Locked on West Virginia sometime tonight for sure, where Mountaineer Paul and I will be discussing a lot about college football. And for more updates of what I've got going on, Alabama with the Voice of College Football, The Jacksonian, my appearances on Locked on West Virginia, or on the call-ins on the Paul Feinbaum Show, if Feinbaum doesn't enter politics soon, Check me out on Jackson VOCFB on /Twitter and on Instagram and Threads, Jackson Johnson 543-908. And you can check us out on Amazon Audio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio, where you can check out our audio version of Alabama at the Voice of College Football. And last but not least, we've got the YouTube membership tiers of Alabama at the Voice of College Football. You really think we were not going to go with the show without telling you about the YouTube membership tiers? Well, for $2.99 a month, you can become a Crimson Faithful member, where you'll have loyalty badges next to your name in the comments and the live chat, custom emojis to use in the comments, live chat, and member shoutouts. For $4.99 a month, you can become a Saving Disciple, where you'll have priority replies to comments and access to monthly hangout from yours truly, Jackson Johnson, Jeffrey Don't Talk Sports, and Coach Smoke Hines. And for $9.99 a month, you can become a Bear Bryant legend by connecting on social media and give out content requests of any kind. Neither rain nor sleet nor snow nor the weird weather of Alabama will push stop us from fulfilling your content request on Alabama at the Voice of College Football. And like, for example, we give a shout out to Godfather the SEC, because he is always in the chat and giving us support in this show. And we shout out to Alabama Rolly, B Bean, Troy V, Zachary Wilges, and all of you. Oh, and Perina Monster Chow. That's a new one. Well, thank you for tuning in, good buddy.
Appreciate you for being here, Perina.
Oh, man. With that being said, we will see you tomorrow night on Alabama Primetime Live. And we'll see you on the call-in show Thursday night as we take your calls on the Alabama Crimson Tide. And, of course, we'll be seeing you on the Alabama-Missouri postgame show after the game is over. And with that, we give out a happy Monday night. And the like, comment, subscribe, click on the notification bell so you never miss no video whatsoever. And we'll see you soon. And roll
Tide.